We had the strangest experience in Denver, and no, mind-altering substances were not involved, although my brain felt definitely challenged when we got out.
We are Zeke and Terri, empty nest travel adventurers from the San Francisco Bay Area. 3 years ago, after nearly 25 years of marriage, we almost got divorced.
But then we didn't, and we accidentally rebooted our relationship. We are very different people, often with conflicting ideas of what we consider fun when we travel. I'm more of a European museum and luxury traveler, while Zeke is happiest cycling, camping, and sleeping in the dirt.
On this channel, we will be sharing how we plan, compromise, and deepen our relationship as we travel the world, mostly together.
And this week we are sharing 8 of our favorite things to do when visiting Denver. Last year, between July and November, we made 3 separate trips to visit our son Adam, who moved there after college. We loved it more each time as we experienced all different types of weather, from sunshine to rain to snow. You definitely need to be prepared for all weather.
Yep, just as my lawyers make me tell you on our date nights, dress for all weather. Check out our blog posts on our website, zekeandterri.com, for even more details.
First up is the Denver Botanic Gardens. Over Thanksgiving, we met up as a family in Denver and exchanged homes with a couple who had a fantastic apartment overlooking Cheesman Park, which backs up to the Botanic Gardens. We are big fans of home exchanges, by the way.
The special member back door was just across the park from the apartment, and the couple gave us their key fob to use during our stay, which was fantastic.
We went every day it was open, experiencing the ever-fluctuating Colorado weather, with the first visit in the rain, the second in the sun, and the third in the snow.
The 24-acre Botanic Gardens are located in the central part of Denver. At each turn, you encounter a new area that showcases a diverse range of plant species, ecosystems, and horticultural themes.
One section has a few bug houses made from nature debris, which I am assuming comes from the gardens. So clever. There are a few resident cats on the property, including this orange one who was very friendly and demanded our attention.
We really enjoyed the huge indoor tropical conservatory featuring a variety of exotic plants, including tropical rainforest species. It was a great break from the cold. We can see why locals may want to visit Europe.
When we visited in November, not much was in bloom, but it was still beautiful, especially in the snow. There were only a handful of people there, and it was so quiet.
Since it was the beginning of the holidays, we took the kids to the Blossoming Lights. Between the lights and the music, it was a great way to get into the holiday spirit.
And I'm slightly obsessed with garden and zoo light shows, regardless of the season.
There's a cafe near the conservatory and a gift shop near the main entrance, which is a great place to shop for some unusual and unique gifts that also support a good cause.
Number 2 is the Denver Art Museum. We were really impressed and surprised by the extent of the collections. Our son Adam and I love art museums, but Zeke, not so much. And I enjoyed visiting the Denver Art Museum for the first time with Adam.
It's not that I don't like museums. I don't like to spend all my time in them.
Whatever.
I was impressed by the museum's architecture, which was quite unusual. There are 2 main buildings, the circular glass Martin Building and the Hamilton Building, a bold and angular building designed by architect Daniel Lebskind.
There was an amazing Latinx exhibit on the main floor while we were there in September. We've been seeing more and more Latinx exhibits showcased at other museums like the Palm Springs Art Museum and the Cantor Center on the Stanford University campus. I love the stories and the bold colors.
The collections span the Martin and Hamilton buildings and are connected by a bridge with a narrow view of the outside, which was very cool. It felt cinematic.
We knew we wouldn't see everything in the museum, so we focused on European and American art before 1900s. There were more than a few old relics in this building.
The museum is family friendly with several workshop and educational spaces, a really nice gift shop, and a few places to get something to eat and drink.
The museum is located near the Civic Center Park, which is across the street from the Colorado State Capitol building. We felt very safe walking in the area, and we wish we'd had more time to explore and enjoy it more. In December, there's even a holiday market.
Next up, number 3, the Denver Zoo. Terri wanted to meet up with her friend Andrea, who had her 3-year-old in tow, so we opted for a family-friendly zoo visit. While we have some issues with holding animals in captivity, there's no doubt that they help to educate and introduce people to animals some people would never travel to see in real life.
The Denver Zoo is really well done. We were spoiled with a 70-plus degree sunny winter day as we wandered through the numerous exhibits on the 80-acre property. It's one of the largest and most popular zoos in the U.S., and we can see why people really enjoy it.
There were a number of baby animals, including these baby flamingos with some penguins and elephants nearby.
I'd never visited a zoo that served beers, so of course I had to give it a try. It was a hot day after all, and I was parched after all the walking and riding the little train with my friend's 3-year-old.
Number 4, Union Station. Adam lives near the Denver University, which is a beautiful and fun neighborhood, but we wanted to be closer to Lodo, the lower downtown Denver area.
While in Lodo, we love to stay at the Limelight Hotel with its close proximity to the Union Station. It's also close to the train to the airport, light rail, dairy block, and the Coors Stadium, home of the Colorado Rockies.
But the highlight of the area is Union Station. This fully renovated historic transportation hub reopened in 2014 after $54 million was invested in the area.
Inside Union Station, there are shops and restaurants, including the Terminal Bar, the Mercantile, and Pig Train Coffee.
Coffee is life.
Well, that's another place where we disagree. And next time I want to try one of the beers at the Terminal Bar. I really want to know what the Janet Reno's Dance Party Hazy IPA tastes like. Who doesn't like a mouth party?
Speaking of mouth parties, we've eaten twice at Ultria, and each time it felt like we were dining outside at a cafe in Europe.
Number 5, Coors Field. Coors Field is a 5-minute walk from Union Station, and it is a beautiful ballpark. It opened in 1995 and still feels brand new. The San Francisco Giants were in town for a game, and we couldn't resist going and cheering them on despite being A's fans.
Someone suggested we get tickets a little below the mile marker so we could see the mountains. The view was beautiful, but we were there to watch a ball game, so next time we'll sit closer to the field.
Number 6, Meow Wolf. One of the gals at our local dog park where I take Good Boy George suggested we go to Meow Wolf. She loved it and thought we would too. I'm not sure I love it, but it definitely was an interesting experience.
Meow Wolf is an immersive art experience with installations made from reclaimed materials. We appreciate the creativity and intention behind the overall experience. The original focus was on community engagement with a desire to push boundaries. At some points, it just felt weird.
I did love the crocheted aliens and the humongous alpaca or llama. I just didn't get a lot of the exhibits. We paid extra for a card to interact with some of the exhibits, but we couldn't figure out how to get some of them to work.
You'll have to see for yourself and let us know what you think. It was definitely thought-provoking. Depending on your tolerance, use your recreational additives cautiously. I don't think I'd have an extra cup of coffee before going to this, let alone something stronger.
Number 7, the Denver Performing Arts Complex. We were surprised to learn that this is home to multiple performing arts venues, including the Betcher Concert Hall, Ellie Calkins Opera House, Temple Hoy Buell Theater, Randy Weeks Conservatory Theater, Garner Galleria Theater, Dazzle, and Helen Bonfils Theater Complex.
We haven't yet attended any productions, but we did enjoy walking around the complex. On the backside, there is a sculpture garden with a big grassy area. We only saw a few sculptures, but the 39-foot Dancers sculpture by Jim Dine was pretty incredible. Number 8, Larimer Square. This is an easy walk from Union Square and near the Performing Arts Complex. Or you can hop on the free 16th Street Mall bus. Larimer Square is more of a small street, festively decorated depending on what's going on, whether it's a Broncos football game, Mexican Heritage Days, or Christmas.
There are shops, restaurants, a cool vintage store, and rumor has it there is a speakeasy which we didn't see, but I am definitely looking for the next time we visit Adam.
We saw so many beautiful and historic buildings all throughout Denver, including the Byron White United States Courthouse, Trinity United Methodist Church, the Brown Palace, and St. Elizabeth Church of Hungary.
The area near our home exchange near Cheesman Park was gorgeous. It too was a residential area, but with historic Victorian and Queen Anne houses from the late 1800s and the early 1900s, and lots of dogs.
And parks. Everywhere we turned, there was a park, which makes some sense since Coloradans are known for their love of the outdoors. One last thing. We rented a Tesla Model 3 and had to charge a few times during the week. We quickly realized there weren't a lot of Tesla superchargers in Denver, so we ended up at the same one in Lowry a few times.
Lowry is a newly redeveloped area of eastern Denver near the Air Museum, which we will definitely visit next time. This area was really cute and modern with a decent Target and Clark's Market, a very cool upscale grocery store. When we are charging, we are always looking for something to do while we are waiting.
I can't wait to see what the experience is going to be in Italy when we have a Polestar.
Well, that's going to be a whole new adventure. I'm hoping for wine tasting for me and unlimited espressos for you.
That's it for Denver for now. Thanks for coming along with us as we shared some of our favorite spots in Denver, Colorado. We absolutely love it there, and while we hate to have our kids so far away, Denver is a great place to visit.
If I didn't live in Northern California, I could live in Denver. Although I casually mentioned to my son how much we love Denver, and he quickly responded, "You're not moving here."
If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop us a line. Our contact info is on the website zekeandterri.com, or you can leave a note in the comments.
And now back to navigating our lives and the world together.